Good afternoon, guys. I want to welcome you guys back to my page, the Hickory Hitters Fishing, Bass and Carp Fishing. Right now, for me, it's the season of bass fishing. I love carp fishing, but to me, right now, it's too cold. Uh, One of the reasons why I'm not doing any outside filming right now as far as going over the different lakes and structures and stuff I'm fishing. I actually had a work injury, which I crushed a tendon in my hand, so I'm kind of limited to what I do. So I want to welcome you guys back to Hickory Hitters Fishing, Bass, and Carp. Today I'm going to get into what I'm going to be doing in the late winter, early springtime. There is a fishing tournament coming up, the CBC, which for you guys that don't know what that is the Carolina Bass Challenge, which will be held at Lake Hickory at Wittenberg, which is in Bethlehem, right across the bridge. For you guys know where that is. That is basically, like I said, across the 321 bridge at the Wittenberg access. Um, that date will be 3/7/2020. That is March the 7th, 2020. I encourage any beginner, even if you're a professional, whatever you're doing or wherever you're starting out at, I encourage you guys to come out, support. There's going to be tons of people out there fishing. There'll be tons of opportunities for people to move on to bigger and better things. So not only do they do it at Lake Hickory, there are other places like Lake Norman, Lake James. So there's many places to go. So sky's the limit on fishing. If you are doing what I'm doing, trying to make this a career change, after I've been watching several people, one in particular that I mentioned in my last video, which is Brian Lattimore. I've been watching him for, I can't even tell you that's how long. So that's what kind of inspired me to do it. I've always been a fisherman, but I've never knew what direction I needed to go to get myself there. So I had reached out to him, and he kind of gave me a direction of where to go. So moving on, I want to talk a little bit about baits and line. There are many types of baits. I threw them all, from crankbaits to soft plastics to jerk baits, spinner baits, you name it. I found one particular bait that works great for me. I encourage everybody to throw it. It's a all-season bait, and like I said, it works phenomenal. If you're finesse fishing, it works great. If you're throwing jigs, if you're throwing crankbaits, jerkbaits, whatever the case may be, this particular brand has made it easy for everybody to fish, whether you're an amateur, whether you're a beginner, whether you are a pro. These guys have made it easy for you guys to fish. And I've done some comparison with some other baits, and this bait just stands out better than the rest of the baits. I will show you guys what I throw. So let's get into it a little bit. Number one, the fishing line that I use, I think it works for me. A lot of guys like to throw braid. A lot of guys like to throw monofilament or fluorocarbon or whatever the case may be. I found one particular brand that works phenomenal for me, and that is this, guys. It works great. It's actually the fluorocarbon coated Redline CX Premium, 15 pound. It's not a heavy line. It's not super heavy. It picks up fast on the reels that I use, which I will actually go over my reels and stuff on another recording on my YouTube page. But the Redline CX, it's not a fairly new line. It's been out for quite some time, but it is fairly new of this particular brand, the coated line. It picks up fast. It's very durable. Um, and especially the knot that I tie, I only believe in one knot, and that is the pommel knot. That's the only knot that I will tie. Some people might not agree with that. That's fine. If you like to have a discussion about it, please put it in the comments and we'll go over it. But it has been proven to be one of the toughest knots, and that's the knot that I tie. So this particular line of fishing string, to me, is the best on the market. So moving along. Now we're going to get into the particular baits that I throw. The first one that I want to talk about is, everybody knows what this is, Googan Baits. And I want to give a shout out to them. If you guys fish soft plastic baits, please go on their website, googanbaits.com. They have a phenomenal, just all around selection of baits to throw. Now, this particular bait here is the crack and crawl. I love it. I live by this thing. It is versatile. It's a versatile bait. You can throw it in the spring, the summer, winter, fall. It works. The action on it. I threw several other brands of baits like this, and some people say this is a copycat. It's not a copycat, guys. This thing works great. It's just lifelike in the water, and it's very hard for bass to resist this thing. The particular color that I like is the baby blue flake or the natural. The natural, which, let's see here, is this one. I don't know if you guys can actually see it that well, but it imitates a natural crawl. These baits, the way they sink, most of the time I would throw them weightless. They're heavy enough to sink. But if not, the best thing for you to do is a tungsten weight. It's not a very big weight, but it's heavy enough for its size to where to sink, especially down in the grass, around rocks, docks. I fish a lot of dams, and this bait is phenomenal. So guys, please, like I said, want to give a shout out to the Googan Squad. They came up with something that is really great. And actually, believe it or not, I was looking at going to just spend a whole bunch of money on Googan baits, but actually for Christmas, I got to give it up to the old lady, man. She really hooked me up, and she got me just tons and tons and tons of stuff. So I got a lot to go over. The second thing that they came out with is my second go-to bait would be the rattling Ned. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but it has beads in the back of it. And I throw it on the Ned, on these Ned rig jigs. Basically, this is a 1 ounce Ned jig, and basically that jig just sits on the bottom, and you hop it because the weight's at the head of it. I mean, these things work great. If you can't get these bad boys to bite at all, just pick you up a pack of these neg rigs and a neg jig. Man, I'm telling you, it brings the water to life. Well, like I said, whether it's winter, summer, spring, or fall, these things work. And once again, that website is www.guggenbaits.com. Support these guys. These guys basically pour their heart and soul into what they did, and with people like that who actually create something that will help you out in the long run, I support these guys. So that's what I would do. Moving on right along, we're gonna go to the trench hog. Now this is a bigger bait. I usually would throw this summertime, late fall. That's what kind of bait that is. I will throw that on a 1/0 or a 2/0 hook, and I throw it weedless, or I'll throw it weightless. So there's many ways to throw this bait. It's very, very versatile. Now the third bait would be the lunker log. Now this is another very good bait. This is another go-to bait that I would use. The action of this bait is so realistic. If you guys don't know who the Guggen Squad is, I suggest you YouTube their videos on their how-to and just watch how to use these things. They come to life, man. These guys really figured it out. This is not an imitation bait. You cannot imitate this. Okay, this is nothing like anything else that you can find in the store. There's nothing on the market with what these guys have done. And also, I would throw that on a 1/0 or a 2/0 hook. You can throw it weedless. You can throw it weightless. It's just gonna sink right down to the bottom, or you can put on a tungsten weight. For those that never seen these, they work great. Now, I'm gonna save one of these baits for a later date. Once I go into my fishing rods and some other equipment that I use. But the last bait that I want to show you guys, it imitates a water bug, like a crawl water bug, and that is the bandito bait. Make sure you guys can see that. That is the bandito bait. This is a multi-purpose, multi-used bait. Me personally are looking forward to the pros that are in BASS and the different circuits to throw these baits. I haven't seen it personally yet, but I got a feeling that these baits are going to be thrown in the pros. Another thing that I use is a booyah bait. I haven't had a chance to pick up the Guggen Squad's jig yet. The swim jig by Guggen Squad, I haven't had a chance to pick it up. But this is also another go-to bait for mine. Now, the crack and crawl, the bandito bug, or the trench hog can be used as a trailer for these. They can be used as a trailer, and they work great. Just hopping along the bottom, trying to create a bite, these things work great. So I'm telling you guys from experience of what works. Everybody has their own style. Everybody has their own setup. But I'm giving you the basic tools to create a bite. Like on Lake Hickory, you can go out and you might have a wonderful day. You might catch, an 8-pounder. You might catch a 10-pounder. And then you can go out there and you can get skunked. You not catch nothing. And that's really that's a bad feeling to actually feel like that. But guys, support the Guggen Squad. Go out, pick yourself some up. If you have any questions, put in the comments, and I'll be glad to answer them singly on how to rig them. what to throw, when to throw it. I'll be more than happy to go over that with you guys. That's what I'm here for. So please send me the comments. Now, the third thing I want to talk about is I want to do something special for my YouTube viewers, the subscribers. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make up a mystery box for one winner. Basically, if you in the comments below put down what fishing means to you, what drives you when you're fishing, what's your passion about fishing, and the best comment, the best answer that I pick is going to get a mystery box. That mystery box is going to have some phenomenal stuff for fishing. So once again, if you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and that bell notification to stay tuned for more videos, and you put down in the comments what fishing means to you, you will win a mystery box. I will personally make sure you get your mystery box. I'm very passionate about this. This is something I've done since I was a little boy. My dad took me fishing at a young age, so I encourage you to take your young ones, fathers, take your sons, your daughters, take them out fishing. Because to me personally, my kids, man, these electronics have taken them over. I want to do something to get them away from that. That's my fault that they even got that way, because I should have never bought them in the first place. But kids are going to be kids, but we need to limit how much time they spend on an electronic. So I encourage you, take your kids to the water, man. There's nothing like it when they catch a fish and they get excited. So please, always spend time with them. They grow up fast. And like I said, once again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you can get all the videos that are coming in the future. I'm going to try my best to post at least 4 videos a week up until I get to that stage where my hand is healed enough for me to actually fish. I'm going to keep posting. But like I said, hit that like button, the subscribe button, hit that bell notification, and in the comment box put down what fishing means to you. And if you're the winner, I promise you're going to get this mystery box. But until then, man, guys, stay safe out on the water and follow the rules. And I strongly need you guys' help on my Hickory Hitters fishing page. I'm going to be coming out with some new things in the future, t-shirts, and possibly some other things I got working right now. But please, I need your support. Until then, signing off on the Hickory Hitters page. Let's get it, guys.